Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button.
24 in York, Arkansas. What began as a simple tag check outside a small cafe quickly turned into a full-blown pursuit. A white Ford Expedition with the wrong plate, a driver refusing to stop, and a trooper determined not to let him get away. As the suspect tore north on Highway 25, he swerved into oncoming traffic. The trooper lined up for a TVI, one pit. The SUV spun, but recovered. But the trooper wasn't about to stop after that one. On the third strike, the Expedition was forced into a roadside ditch, plowing through a yard before the suspect bailed out and ran. But there was nowhere to hide. After 200 yards on foot, he was taken down in a field and placed under arrest. The suspect was identified as Adam Brackett, found carrying meth and driving on a suspended license with fake tags, no insurance, and a long list of charges waiting. Another pursuit ended, another lesson learned the hard way. Running from Arkansas state troopers never ends well. On August 16, 2025, what began as a late-night traffic stop for a simple windshield obstruction quickly escalated. Behind the wheel of the white Nissan Altima was Colby Jamal Taylor, a convicted felon who had no plans of going quietly. The smell of marijuana filled the air as troopers approached, but when backup arrived, Taylor rolled up his window and hit the gas.
Never hurt himself. They're on Franklin Street. That's on Franklin. East on Broadway, turning back on Gorman. We're heading back towards Division. Adam Henry John, 92 Charles. Going east to Broadway. Going north on Division. TBI.
The chase tore through neighborhood streets, the Altima pushing 60 as it blew through intersections and weaved across blocks. Troopers tried again and again to shut it down. The first tactical hit slowed him, but it wasn't enough.
Coming up the cherry. Going north on cherry. Turning on Murray. On Murray. Leaving this city again. He's still going. Second TDI, second TDI. TDI, second TDI. TDI.
Taylor bailed mid-motion, abandoning the still-moving Altima, and tried to flee on foot. He didn't get far. Even after being taken down, he continued resisting, spitting at officers as they worked to bring him under control. Inside the vehicle and through the investigation, officers uncovered marijuana, paraphernalia, and a firearm Taylor wasn't allowed to possess. His charges: felony fleeing, drug possession, resisting arrest, obstructing operations, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. 25. In Little River County, Arkansas, when a Friday night football game was about to kick off in the small town of Foreman. But just a few miles up the road, troopers were dealing with a very different kind of playbook. At a routine sobriety checkpoint, a driver in a white Chevy Tahoe tried to bluff his way through. No license, no seatbelt, and no intention of sticking around. Seconds later, that checkpoint turned into a full-speed chase.
Before we get to warm, we good. 10-4, he slammed his brakes on.
Behind the wheel was 36-year-old Kenneth Terrell, who decided southbound on Highway 41 was his escape route. He blew past cars in no passing zones, swerved into oncoming lanes, and came within inches of causing a head-on crash. Each time Trooper Jones lined up for a tactical vehicle intervention, Terrell hit the brakes or cut across the road, desperate to keep the chase alive.
When we get up here, if I can't get upside him, just pass me and get up there. TBI.
I don't know where Ian, I don't know where he's at.
When officers moved in, Terrell wasn't in the driver's seat. He was lying flat on his back, half hidden under his own vehicle, hoping troopers would miss him. Kenneth Terrell was taken into custody, cleared by medics, and then booked into the Little River Sheriff's Office. His charges stacked high: felony fleeing, reckless driving, suspended license, fake tags, and no insurance, plus outstanding warrants ranging from offender violations to parole revocation. 17th, 2025. It's just after 3 p.m. on Interstate 40 in Arkansas. A trooper sits parked near mile marker 282 when a blue Ford Mustang flies past. No license plate, no hesitation. That single detail sparks what's about to become a dangerous high-speed chase through heavy traffic. The trooper pulls out, lights up the siren, and the Mustang immediately floors it. What started as a simple traffic stop is now a full-blown pursuit. At mile marker 283, trooper performs a precision pit at high speed. With the suspect trapped, the trooper steps out, rifle in hand, and orders the driver to show his hands. The man complies, but suddenly, shouting erupts behind the trooper.
Hello? Mama?
Hey,
Hey.
what's going on, son?
Nah, I'm finna go to jail.
For what?
There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, I did some stuff, but
What you do?
I ran from the police. I'm trying to call my daddy, so I'm gonna call you right back. I'm finna go to jail.
What you mean?
I'm in a police car right now. I'm finna go to jail. They just peed in my car. My car is total out. Like, the car is tore up.
He confesses immediately. He ran because of a small bag of marijuana and a handgun in the vehicle. Troopers secure the scene, search the Mustang, and seize both the marijuana and an MP9 handgun. The driver is identified as Jamarius Butler, his license suspended, his freedom gone. He's booked into the Crittenden County Detention Center on a long list of charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, drug possession, no tags, and driving on a suspended license. On March 2nd, 2025, Trooper Surrett was scanning local radio channels when he heard Rogers Police Department attempting to stop a black passenger. The Rogers officer reported that the vehicle was traveling west on Walnut Street, had turned off its lights, and was driving into oncoming traffic. Rogers advised that the pursuit had been terminated. However, just a few minutes later, the suspect was located by Trooper Richard, who then initiated a pursuit.
So Adam David Williams, 90 Edward, at westbound. Continuing westbound.
Go westbound.
Hey, request me. Well, you go ahead and request. Didn't count. Wrong Champions Drive.
Yeah, you got the 28, you can pursue.
The suspect was driving recklessly at a high rate of speed, making it clear to the trooper that he was willing to do anything to escape, no matter the risk.
We're in Champions, like,
It's what's champion. Be in that area, I'm not sure exactly where they're at right now. When you don't know about it. Definitely just got eyes on.
yeah,
Simple. I think I got it. Should be around. Yeah, we're still up there.
he's going the wrong way on Collingwood.
The suspect exited the residential area and continued his escape, now driving on the wrong side of the road.
45 bit count, listening to your traffic, they have you around.
So we're headed back north on 52nd now.
Therefore, northbound for the second.
He's still wrong way. He almost hit Rogers. TBI. Unsuccessful. Still rolling. TBI.
After two successful pit maneuvers, the suspect was finally stopped and taken into custody. He was charged with fleeing, criminal mischief, fleeing on foot, speeding, reckless driving, driving the wrong way, theft by receiving, endangering the welfare of a minor. 2019, and what started as a speeding stop quickly turned into a high-octane game of cat and mouse. Picture this, a black Mercedes going at 125 miles per hour in a 55 zone. For context, that's not just speeding. That's "you're gonna need a lawyer before sunrise" kind of speeding. Moments later, troopers and Atlanta PD were in full pursuit.
Going up to Piedmont Linux. Would show me 1080 with that vehicle. Highway 7 line up 1080. Going up to Peachtree, correction. Clear left, clear right. Nobody with me. Still southbound. We're gonna be coming up on Buford in a few minutes. So I got beef with me there. Seven Atlanta, still south, still parks everywhere. Wrong side of the road, coming up to Buford now.
The Mercedes darted across lanes, even taking the wrong side of the road to dodge capture. But here's the thing about running from the Georgia State Patrol. You might outdrive one trooper, but you won't outdrive all of them. As the chase hit the interstate again, troopers decided it was time to end the midnight madness.
Alright, you said you did go 85 north?
85 northbound. I need the air police, pit maneuver, pit, northbound. He's getting back in it. He's trying to get back in it. Coming up to North Druid Hills. Coming in for another pit. I got a vehicle on the way. We're taking the exit for North Druid Hills.
Somehow the suspect managed to recover after those pit maneuvers, but his car was already falling apart, and it was only a matter of time before the chase came to an end. Still, this guy wasn't the type to surrender easily.
I believe he's setting up for a pit. 1050, we're trying to block him in right now. We got him up on the curve. Going to go point. Put your hands out the window unless you want to get...
Even after being boxed in, he tried to reverse and escape again, but the troopers weren't letting that happen. The chase ended with the car surrounded, glass shattered, and officers shouting commands, but the driver just sat there staring forward like it was all a bad dream. When he finally got a taste of a taser, reality hit hard. And speaking of hits, officers immediately smelled alcohol. He was arrested and charged with DUI, felony fleeing, reckless driving, and speeding, among others. He was booked at Grady Memorial Detention Center after a short hospital stop. Flock camera system can scan up to 30 license plates per second. It's become a game changer for tracking stolen vehicles across the state, and that's exactly how this wild pursuit kicked off. On September 27, 2022, troopers working construction zone traffic in Chatham County got a hit on a stolen Mercedes. It wasn't long before that alert turned into a high-speed pursuit through a live work zone.
Yep, those are sticks. He's 1080.
1080.
down 911.
The pursuit ended after 3 pit maneuvers. All 3 suspects bailed, but the trooper quickly chased down the female driver, Melissa Smith, and took her into custody at Taser Point. 2024, when a simple stop sign violation should have ended with a citation, but when officers learned the driver had a warrant, things escalated fast. The suspect behind the wheel, 28-year-old Nathaniel Burton. When North Little Rock police tried to pull him over, Burton refused to stop, taking off through traffic with Arkansas State Police Trooper Glover stepping in to assist. As Trooper Glover took over as a primary, the suspect drove at the high rate of speed even through a construction zone. As the chase progressed, he showed absolute no regards to anyone's safety.
Take him a 141. Passing 6th Street southbound. Coming up on Broadway. We're going eastbound on Broadway. Scratch that. Failed TVI. TVI.
After the car was boxed in, Burton was taken into custody and charged with felony fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, and driving on a suspended license. Despite the chaos, he was released on just a $500 bond and has pled not guilty to all charges. 25, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a gray Mercedes GLC flying down SR 408 near mile marker 13, doing over 90 miles per hour in a 60 zone. The windows were tinted dark, the radar confirmed 92 miles per hour, and when the trooper tried to pull it over, the driver hit the gas. That's when the chase began, and it escalated fast.
1033 traffic, 1541 westbound, 11 mile marker, 408, 1031 over the vehicle.
I'll see you for 97.
Traffic, 100 miles an hour. Right lane. Utility vehicle 2020 model expires 10/31 of 25.
The Mercedes tore through westbound traffic at up to 135 miles per hour, weaving between cars, cutting people off, and nearly causing multiple crashes. But the suspect made the mistake and slammed into the concrete barrier.
suspect. Hold on, Mario. Go any style.
Definitely 7-4 at Pine Hill.
Kept going. Out in the 457. All right, get ready for phone stop.
54 printed if you can.
Hold on, Mario. Hold on. Phone me, stop. Hey, stay back, stay back. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Come on. Come on, get back in the car. Hey, stop right there.
The driver, identified as Darius Demetrius Lowe, was quickly taken into custody after a short foot chase. He was already on inmate release for fleeing law enforcement causing serious injury or death. During the arrest, Lowe admitted to having illegal drugs and attempted to ditch a bag of pills, later confirmed as fentanyl. Troopers also found $4,000 in cash separated into smaller bundles and 2 baggies of suspected marijuana inside the car. Lowe now faces multiple felony charges, including fleeing and eluding, possession of a controlled substance, and drug trafficking, with troopers requesting no bond. This is the fastest way to ruin your life forever. It all started on March 15, 2023, when Barnett fled from Saline County Sheriff's deputies, crashed into a house, and then ran on foot. But this time, on February 29, 2024, he did it again, fleeing from deputies and leading them on another pursuit. The suspect made it clear from the start he had no intention of stopping and was willing to do whatever it took to escape. This was a bad situation, especially with so many cars already on the road.
They need to know what direction you're headed. We're just chasing you. We can't get around you.
After a pit maneuver, the suspect was finally stopped. All troopers exited their patrol cars and arrested the suspect.
Hey, if you fight me, I'm gonna break your arm. Watch that knife right here.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hold it. Hold it. Slide in. Slide in. He claims his leg got stuck under the car, but...
Shannon Barnett's reckless actions finally caught up with him. On March 3, 2025, he pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including fleeing from law enforcement. With a long history of theft, drug offenses, and firearm-related charges, the court sentenced him to 50 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. In 2023, Chase began as a routine stop for an unreadable paper tag on a silver Camaro. But the moment the driver was asked to step out, he dropped the gears and bolted, turning a traffic stop into a high-speed pursuit on wet Arkansas roads. The Camaro pushed past 130 miles per hour, flying down Highway 67 with zero regard for anyone in its path. In the pouring rain, the driver darted through Texarkana neighborhoods, blowing red lights, weaving into oncoming lanes, and even threading past an 18-wheeler on a double yellow. Each time the trooper lined up for a tactical intervention, the suspect fought back with brakes and sudden turns, determined to keep running. The trooper moved in with a decisive pit, spinning the Camaro into a ditch and ending the chase once and for all. The driver was identified as Dustin Sockwell, who admitted he ran because he didn't want his car impounded again. Instead, he wound up with felony fleeing charges, a wrecked Camaro, and a guaranteed trip to jail. Vehicles in America, probably because people think it turns them into stunt drivers. On July 24, 2022, a gray Charger was pulled over for an obscured tag and plates that didn't match. But when Trooper Bullock stopped the car at a chevron, the driver decided to make things interesting and fled northbound in the southbound lanes. The trooper couldn't pursue due to the danger, but soon after, Trooper Gonzalez spotted the Dodge making wild lane changes at high speeds, and the chase was back on.
And then tell me just blew the light there. 825 right now, I got it going westbound RDA. Passing Humphreys.
Brown RDA. Coming up to Glen Street at Metro. Alright, continue straight on RDA through Metro. Coming up to Murphy, straight through Murphy. Straight through Whitehall, still westbound RDA. Traffic.
Trooper Gonzalez quickly lost sight of the suspect but didn't give up. He kept searching the area, and just when it seemed like the driver had gotten away, Gonzalez spotted the Charger again.
Coming back up the West Lake. Majority took a right on the West Lake, so he's southbound on West Lake. Just crossed over north, and they're still southbound on West Lake. Still southbound on West Lake, yep. Just crossed over to the southbound on West Lake. Alright, 1050, did he hit that car?
Yeah, 10-4.
He's gonna push on. He's missing a tire.
896 is with y'all. Alright, he's on the rim. Front right tire's gone. 1050, well played. Y'all got him.
After causing 2 crashes within seconds, the suspect bailed out and tried to run, but unfortunately for him, the troopers were in shape, and he was quickly caught and identified as Marquavius Beasley. Beasley had multiple active warrants from Atlanta PD and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. The Dodge was confirmed stolen, though he claimed he rented it from a female friend through a Cash App. He was taken to Atlanta Medical Center, refused treatment, and was then booked into Fulton County Jail. Thankfully, the drivers involved in the collisions were not injured. When 3 juveniles were spotted walking to a Maserati before stealing it, what they didn't know? They were being watched from a helicopter the entire time. Officers were quick to respond and quickly located the vehicle. They attempted to stop them, but not so surprisingly, the juveniles failed to stop and fled instead.
They're driving across the grass. It's going to come out to 62nd Ave. 62 and Orange Street for now. Alright, I've got it. I can call it. Eastbound 62nd, just passing 18th.
Cruisers back off. Parallel it and get in front.
He's high rate. Man, he's still blacked out, passing 12th Street. I know we're on Bravo, so if we can get some of these. Oh, and he's going to lose it right here. He's crashing 62nd, and it's going to be just shy of 10th Street on the south side of the road.
The driver, operating a high-performance luxury vehicle at extreme speeds, lost control. The Maserati hit a curb and violently flipped over. The aftermath was devastating. 1 juvenile was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 others were rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. 3 young lives forever changed because of 1 stolen car and a split-second decision to run. The helicopter footage Sheriff Gualtieri released shows the entire tragic sequence, a stark reminder that these aren't video games and there's no reset button. On April 30th, 2022, Michigan State Police troopers from the Grand Rapids Post identified a stolen U-Haul. Troopers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, sparking a pursuit through Grand Rapids.
Just confirming that northbound at 28.
April, pursuing northbound 28. Confirming the plate, Adam Lincoln 04617.
Yep, you got it.
Northbound coming up Burton, switching over to GR South.
I copy that. Northbound coming up to Bird, switching over to GR.
The trooper, unsure about executing a pit maneuver without backup, maintained a close tail on the stolen U-Haul while awaiting assistance. Despite the driver's reckless attempts to evade capture, the trooper ensured the vehicle stayed within sight, staying ready to act and prevent further danger to the public.
Let me know. No, I saw you try to do that while they. MSP6.
The suspect exited the highway, reducing his speed and giving the trooper an opportunity to close the gap. With the stolen U-Haul slowing down, the chase entered a critical phase, setting the stage for a pivotal moment in this intense pursuit.
Alley. Westbound through an alley.
Stop! Stop! Say please stop!
MSG 6154. Lane.
The driver eventually abandoned the U-Haul and fled on foot, managing to evade capture at the scene. However, his escape was short-lived. His passenger, who identified herself as his girlfriend, confirmed his identity to authorities and his wallet with his ID that was left behind in the vehicle. With this evidence, warrants were quickly obtained for his arrest. Later, the suspect was located and taken into custody, ultimately being lodged at the Kent County Jail, bringing this case to a full circle. 23. Trooper Jacob Bird was out on routine patrol when he noticed a vehicle speeding, and something else caught his eye. The tags didn't match the car. Bird lit up the cruiser and initiated the stop. The driver pulled over and Trooper Bird approached carefully on the passenger side, unaware this stop was about to take a dangerous turn.
Hey there.
My window don't work, sir.
That's fine. Hey, I'm Trooper Bird with Arkansas State Police. The reason I stopped you is because you were driving 70 and a 60 when you passed me by Children's Hospital. 2, the tags don't belong to the car. Do you have a driver's license on you?
No, sir.
Why not? Do you have an ID?
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
King Jefferson.
Can I see your ID, please? Where'd you get this license plate at?
It's my girl's car. I can call it for you.
What's her name?
Angel Love.
Okay. What's her dad's name?
Sylvester Love.
Okay. You don't have an ID with you?
No, sir.
All right. Do me a favor. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Don't move. Don't move your hands.
The tags didn't belong to the vehicle and the driver had no ID. That was a red flag, and Trooper Bird knew exactly what that meant. The chances of this turning into a pursuit just skyrocketed, and when the driver made his move to flee, he had no idea. He was running from the last trooper you want behind you.
Get back on 630 West. Get back on University. Going back to North County. T-Mobile Park apartment complex.
The suspect probably had a million things racing through his mind, and out of all the options, he chose the worst one, fleeing into a parking lot. And as soon as he pulled in, he realized just how quickly that plan was falling apart, and made a run for the exit.
Going back toward Target. He came out of Park Garage. Now headed back toward University. Same wrong direction. Going to Arnold's and Chipotle. Going east on Markle. East on Markle. Goes through Park Plaza Mall, headed back toward University. Very smart one.
Just pay attention how Trooper Bird is glued to the suspect's bumper, never giving him a second to breathe. No matter how wild the suspect drives, he can't shake him, because when Trooper Bird locks in, no one gets out of his sight.
Where the old Sears used to be. That towards University, where the old Sears used to be.
Come your hands, now! Get on the ground! Now! You don't get on the ground, we'll take you. Get your ass on the ground! Get on the ground! No, you're not! Get on the ground! I got one black belt running.
Even after bailing on foot, the suspect didn't get far. One quick taser deployment and it was game over. He was arrested and taken into custody, now facing far more serious charges than if he had just complied. From his perspective, he couldn't have picked a worse trooper to run from. Once again, Trooper Bird brings the chase to a swift and successful end. 2024, Deputy Ferguson was patrolling near Highway 42 and Biscayne Boulevard in Rex, Georgia, when a white 2023 BMW 530e caught his attention. The vehicle was connected to a recent armed robbery nearby, and what started as a routine contact quickly spiraled into a complete chaos.
What's going on? Why are we loitering in the parking lot?
We're not. We just got in the car and he was trying to put it. He couldn't figure out how to put it back in the car.
I couldn't figure out how to get this thing out of drive. I mean, out of park right here, man.
Where y'all headed to?
We're headed home, man. We just had to get some gas.
All right, you got a driver's license?
I ain't got them on me though, man.
Why not? Black 6, show me code 9 and copy of 54 vehicle. What's your name, man?
Jennifer Grafton.
Huh?
Jennifer Grafton.
Jennifer Grafton? How do you know him? He's your friend. Hey, Mr. Johnson. Do me a favor, unlock the door for me.
All right.
Go ahead and step out too. Black 6 is taking off.
Johnson slammed the gas, accelerating rapidly out of the gas station parking lot and failing to yield before merging northbound onto Highway 42. The trooper quickly returned to his patrol vehicle, activated emergency lights and sirens, and the chase was on.
Setting up for pit. Radio, Brown. Notify Henry County. Coming to the Henry County line. I'm catching up to him to do it now.
The trooper attempted to set up for a pit twice, but the suspect avoided both attempts. Speeds were dangerously high, but luckily traffic was light, because with reckless driving like that, someone could have easily been seriously hurt.
Notify Henry.
At the intersection, the trooper finally sent the suspect careening straight into a ditch. The driver didn't stick around. He bailed out and took off running into the woods.
Got my flashlight. Go, 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 go. I got my gun out. I'm going to shoot you.
I ain't have no license.
Shut the fuck up.
I ain't have no license, man.
You better stay down before you get it again.
You got me in my head and everything, man.
I don't give a
man.
Brian Johnson, aka Brian Blair, was running from much more than just a suspended license. Inside his car was a virtual pharmacy on wheels, loaded firearms, methamphetamine, psilocybin mushrooms, marijuana, prescription pills, syringes, and drug paraphernalia. After fleeing into the woods and being tased into submission, deputies uncovered his true identity: a wanted man with a violent past and probation violations. He now faces serious charges, and thanks to the quick actions of law enforcement, a potential disaster was stopped before it could spiral out of control.
He's going, a car is blocking us. Someone stop that Nissan.
On November 9th, 2021, Milwaukee police located a vehicle wanted in a carjacking. When officers activated their lights and sirens to conduct a traffic stop, the driver accelerated at high speeds, initiating a pursuit.
He is, he stopped at Flores to go eastbound on Flores from 7-6. White, F-Road male, and he is going into the wrong lane of traffic on Flores. No traffic whatsoever. Speeds are about 55 miles per hour, and we're approaching 72nd Street. Wanted for carjacking. Still eastbound, light traffic now. We got one car slowing down for the vehicles. Still eastbound on Flores, passing 68th Street. In oncoming traffic, they are hitting 60th Street and going northbound on 60th from Flores. There's at least two occupants that I am seeing. Speeds are still about 65 miles per hour north on 60th, approaching MELON.
The suspect drove recklessly at high speeds, even swerving into the opposite lane and going head-on with oncoming traffic. He showed no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road.
We'll see what it's doing here. It's coming back in the right lane of traffic. Never mind. It looks like it's right here. Still westbound on Mill from Florist. Westbound on Mill from 7-6. Speeds are back up to 60 miles per hour. Wanted for carjacking 2 occupants. On flag from 9-1. Is it 3 or 4 in there? Still eastbound. Traffic's non-existent. Speeds are 55 miles per hour. He's going. A car is blocking us. Someone stop that Nissan. He's trying to help him. We're still eastbound here. Coming up to 84th Street.
The pursuit quickly escalated as officers struggled to get close enough to the suspect. The situation became even more dangerous due to the heavy traffic on the road, making it difficult for officers to safely close the gap and bring the suspect to a stop.
Squad, you got that car coming. Oh. He's gonna go south on 7-4. South on 7-4 from Silver, and then he's gonna go east on Sheridan from 7-4. And he is almost lost it, but he's gained it. Traffic is light. We're right behind the district if the sticks want to try again, or if there's more sticks. We're still eastbound here. Nope, we're going southbound on Strathmore. Southbound on Strathmore, carjacking 6-9 Street. And south on 6-9 Street to Grand Tosa. Coming up to Grand Tosa now, and he's gonna go through the green light, continue southbound on Fond du Lac. In the correct lane of traffic, speeds are 65 miles per hour. Wanted for a carjacking, at least 3 occupants. We're holding at 75, but he is pulling
traffic here. He's gonna go through the gas station here, and I would assume east on Hampton. Which I was correct, east on Hampton from 60th Street.
After a lengthy pursuit, the suspects finally decided to come to a stop on their own. Given the dangerous nature of the chase, this unexpected end brought a much-needed pause to a high-risk situation.
Right lane of traffic, eastbound on Hampton at 50 Street. He is coming to a stop in front of the McDonald's 49 and Hampton. Coming to a stop. 10.
They might be armed.
They might be armed. So there's a.
As the vehicle came to a stop, 4 suspects exited. 3 fled on foot while 1 surrendered. The surrendered suspect was immediately arrested, and the 3 who ran were captured shortly after. All were taken into custody. Feel free to leave your thoughts on this chase. What do you think is the appropriate punishment for these suspects? On July 9th, 2022, in Little Rock, Arkansas, Trooper Jacob Bird spotted a white Dodge Charger exceeding the posted speed limit. As the vehicle took an exit, Trooper Bird activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop. However, the driver of the Dodge Charger failed to pull over, instead fleeing the scene, which led to a pursuit. Fleeing from Trooper Bird was certainly not the best decision, as the chase was about to turn intense.
South on Shackford, head to Conley.
South on Shackford, head to
Past 36.
The suspect accelerated, driving at high speeds, trying to evade Trooper Bird. However, as skilled as Trooper Bird is, the suspect was never truly safe. With his experience and sharp driving tactics, it was only a matter of time before Trooper Bird closed the gap and took control of the situation.
Headed toward Asher. Got a front right passenger, back left passenger with her.
Street, I think.
We just turned right to go back to the Stagecoach. We're on Stagecoach Speeds 80.
The suspect's reckless driving grew more dangerous with each passing second, posing a serious risk to innocent bystanders. Realizing the urgency of the situation, Trooper Bird decided to accelerate and executed a pit maneuver, successfully bringing the suspect's vehicle to a stop before anyone could get hurt.
Show me your hands! Right now! Right now!
I want to get out, sir.
Quit talking. Keep your hands up!
I just put them out at Lane Hart. Lane Hart, Stagecoach.
Quit talking. Stand by. Put your phone down. Keep your hands up.
Turn around. Turn around. Walk backwards to me.
The trooper successfully stopped the suspect, who was arrested along with 2 of his friends and his girlfriend. The suspect's attempt to impress his girlfriend backfired spectacularly, landing them all in serious trouble. They were taken into custody, bringing this reckless chase to a definitive end. On February 20th, 2024, Trooper Ferris was conducting routine patrol when he was notified about a stolen truck on the move. The truck, a blue Chevrolet, was flagged by a tag-reading camera as it passed through Lottie. After spotting the truck, Ferris attempted to pull it over, but the driver had other plans, accelerating away in an attempt to flee, and the chase was on.
Directly behind it.
After swerving into oncoming traffic and narrowly avoiding disaster, that's when another trooper took over the pursuit, now as the primary unit, and tried to execute a pit maneuver to bring the chase to a stop. Despite several pit maneuver attempts, the troopers couldn't bring the suspect to a stop. The high-speed chase stretched on for over 20 minutes, with the suspect reaching speeds of over 110 miles per hour. Troopers were doing everything they could to catch up, but the suspect kept pushing ahead. Then, after 20 minutes, the suspect lost a tire. Losing that tire drastically impacted the vehicle's ability to keep going at those speeds, giving the troopers the opening they needed to end the chase as quickly as possible.
I think we're going to try this thing again. Okay, so now watch yourself. Right front's out. It's smoking. Hey, over there from the driver. Straight shooting. Stay right down. 65. Now he's going right there. I can't see him. I have to there. They said
Troopers and deputies quickly moved in, arresting both the driver and passenger without incident. The driver was later identified and confirmed to be unlicensed, and he was taken to Nassau County Jail. A dangerous pursuit finally brought to a safe end. On April 3, 2022, a gray Infiniti SUV caught the attention of a patrol unit in Columbus, Georgia, driving without its headlights on. What started as a simple traffic stop quickly escalated into a full-blown pursuit when the driver decided to hit the gas instead of the brakes. Both the driver, Dalvin Hudgens, and his passenger were taken at gunpoint, handcuffed, and placed into custody. A warrant check revealed the passenger was already wanted by multiple agencies. Hudgens was medically cleared and then booked into the Muskogee County Jail. From no headlights to concrete walls, this driver learned the hard way that running from the law in the middle of the night rarely ends well. On February 9, 2024, officers with the Atlanta Police Department's Zone 2 precinct, along with the elite ACE and FIT units, tracked down a stolen Ford Transit van. This wasn't just a stolen vehicle, it had also been used in an armed robbery where suspects were reportedly carrying long rifles and dressed in police gear.
Let's let us roll. Copy southbound on Limits Road.
Phoenix has the ball. Everybody else just drive. We got the ball. Southbound Lennox. Coming up on center lane.
Hey, Ace coming up. Brooks.
Highway. Long light, still southbound Lennox.
Highway, still southbound Lennox.
5013 and 5042 are in pursuit. Number 85, still southbound Lennox Road.
I have 85 southbound Lennox.
The suspect clearly had no intention of stopping. He drove recklessly, weaving through traffic and nearly causing multiple collisions, showing absolutely no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road.
It's going to be Sheridan Road.
Look, just for the one.
We're at the gas station at Cheshire and Sheridan. Stand by.
Look, just for the one.
Happy Cheshire and Sheridan.
Look, it's still going.
Black belt, gray hoodie, black pants, running eastbound from the vehicle.
Stop, please! Stop, please!
Running parallel to the Central Road.
Stop, please! Taser!
After a short foot chase, the suspect was stopped with a taser. As he went down, he struck his head on a curb and began bleeding. And despite the injury, officers quickly secured him. He was charged with aggravated assault, fleeing, theft by receiving stolen property, reckless driving, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. The court sentenced him to 10 years, 1 year to serve in a Georgia state prison, and 9 years on probation, along with a $5,000 fine. Charger from Arkansas had managed to escape 7 times from Arkansas state troopers, earning a reputation across the country as the undefeated Dodge Charger. But in those 7 pursuits, one name was missing. That's Trooper Jacob Byrd. This time, Byrd knew exactly who he was dealing with, and from the moment the chase began, he locked in trying to stop this undefeated suspect.
Blacked out. 32, I'm on speed about 120, line traffic. Speed 120, line traffic.
The suspect pushed the Charger to 150 miles per hour, but Trooper Byrd was right behind him, never letting him out of his sight for a second.
Victor Lincoln Adam, Union Lincoln truck. They just split open the Don Street. I'm taking the car down 30 eastbound. Stand with the Charter 30 eastbound. 37 was not green also. Hip Park 37. How much time did you need right there? Eastbound coming up to the river bridge. And the left lane 97 miles an hour. Left lane 97 miles an hour. River bridge. Going up to the river bridge. Back left lane 127.
As the suspect started driving even faster, it looked like he might outrun Trooper Bird. But then he took an exit and had to slow down near an intersection, and that one mistake was all Bird needed.
Side. Take the first side. Yeah.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put it in park! Put the car in park! Roll your window down! Roll your window down! Put the car in park! Okay. Turn the car off. Okay. Put the hands up! My hands up! Stop! My hands up! Stop! My hands up! Be quiet! Okay. Be quiet! Okay. Okay. Keep them. Keep your hands on the roof, back passenger. You hear me? Is there a guy behind you also?
No.
There's only 3. You keep your hands up. Get out of the car. Let's go. Come on. Slide out.
And now, the Charger is finally defeated. Trooper Bird managed to stop the suspect, arrest him, and take him into custody. Considering his history of escaping in previous chases, there's a good chance he won't be getting out of jail anytime soon. 2023, Trooper Escamilla was patrolling Interstate 40 near mile marker 179 when she saw a Chrysler Pacifica with Florida plates drifting out of its lane and hitting the fog line. She initiated a traffic stop near mile marker 178 and made contact with the driver, identified as James Revel.
How
are you? I'm good. Hey, my name's Trooper Escamilla. I'm with the Arkansas State Police. The reason I make contact with you is for fair to maintain lane, okay? You hit this white fog line, so just want to make sure you're good. Hadn't been drinking or anything like that. Cool right there. What do you do? Hit a button and your cards come out? Is this your vehicle?
No, it's a rental.
Okay, do you have your rental agreement? Let me have you hop out. Come over here to my car, okay? Okay. Do you have any weapons?
Nope, no weapons.
Go for it. All right, go ahead and sit in my front seat.
Trooper Escamilla placed him in the front passenger seat of her patrol car while she continued checking his information. Just by the look on his face, you could tell something wasn't right. When she asked about the rental vehicle, her suspicions started to grow, but she kept her composure and played it cool.
Your rental agreement says you gotta have it back by tomorrow.
Yeah, so I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I done that. I get paid in a couple days, and then I'll pay the remainder of the rental agreement there.
So are you going to be charged like late fees and stuff?
Might be.
Okay. So you didn't have enough money, so you got it one day.
Right.
And you just plan on calling and saying, hey, listen, I know I said I'm only having it for a day, but you know, it kind of screwed up.
Yeah,
Okay.
extended out a little bit, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me again, what town are you going to?
Bradenton.
You got your suitcase in there?
Yeah.
So you said you plan on staying there for a week?
Yeah, a couple of days.
Okay.
After everything the driver said, which didn't make any sense, Trooper Escamilla moved him to the back seat and hit him with one question that left him speechless. It was a moment that once again showed just how experienced she is and how well she handles situations like this.
How much marijuana do you have in the back seat?
Marijuana?
Uh-huh. Your car smells of it. How much marijuana do you have?
None.
Be honest.
I don't have marijuana. Oh.
Hop out. Call auto, please.
I didn't even do anything. I didn't do anything.
How much marijuana are you traveling with?
I honestly don't know.
Don't know? How much are you getting paid to deliver this?
I don't know how much.
No, are you getting paid to deliver?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you actually going to?
Just fell on some hard times and found an easy way to make a little money. And
Well, if you found an easy way to make a little bit of money, surely they told you how much you were going to make.
I don't know.
This off.
They just told me that they would pay me when I make the delivery. That's it. I don't know.
So how much you get paid the last time you did it?
I've never done it.
So that's your first time?
This is my first time.
James claimed he met people in a parking lot who gave him the drugs and said he did it because of financial struggles. He also said the vehicle was rented by a family member who had no idea what he was doing. A total of 79 packages of marijuana were recovered. James was charged with possession with intent to deliver, possession of drug paraphernalia, and use of another person's property to facilitate a crime. On September 1st, 2024, Deputy Meeks observed a vehicle shift lanes without signaling at the intersection of Jonesboro Road and Battle Creek Road. After running the tag on GCIC, it was discovered that the driver had a suspended license due to a DUI, said. Deputy Meeks activated his lights and sirens to initiate a traffic stop. However, the driver, identified as Amber Redding, failed to stop and began to flee.
Jonesboro Road, 138, Georgia tag, Sierra Golf India 2913, white and color Chevy Cruze. It's gonna be a 1080. Well, stand by. She's pulling up at the gas station. Negative, 1080. Jonesboro Road, heading south, passing Tanglewood.
Clear, Jonesboro Road, Tanglewood.
Clean 106.
Trooper attempted to position himself in front of the suspect to box him in and prevent any further flight. However, the suspect made a sharp turn into a gas station and continued to flee from law enforcement.
Headed east on North Avenue. East on North Avenue. Just made a left onto Lee Street. Left on Lee. Coming up on right on.
The trooper chased the suspect for the next 10 minutes, navigating through traffic and various roads, when things began to take an unexpected turn.
Crossing over. Bill. Good pit, good pit, good pit, good pit. South Main Street, South Main Court. Hands! Hands! Show me your hands! Get on the ground! On the ground! Put your head behind your back!
After the trooper executed the pit maneuver, the suspect exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot. However, the trooper quickly caught up to the suspect, leading to an arrest without further incident. The suspect was taken into custody, bringing the chase to a close. On February 6, 2022, Catoosa County 911 alerted deputies that a Chattanooga Police Patrol vehicle had been stolen during a traffic stop. While the officer was busy, The suspect sneaked in, jumped behind the wheel, and took off. Just 10 minutes later, officers spotted the stolen unit and a high-speed chase began. Imagine driving down the road and seeing a police car chasing another police car. The suspect was driving recklessly, showing no regard for the safety of others on the road. Luckily, he was in a fully marked patrol car, making it easier for other drivers to spot him and steer clear, potentially preventing a disaster.
Heavy contact. Clear, heavy contact, lady. Are they running towards low stop?
After the second pit maneuver, the suspect was sent into the ditch. He exited the vehicle, jumped over a fence, and ran into the woods. Officers drove around to the other side, and with K-9 units, they located the suspect lying in the woods. Mr. Parker was taken into custody without further incident. Afterward, he was transported to the Catoosa County Jail by Deputy James Rogers, bringing this wild chase to an end. The pursuit began in Portland when Sergeant Jason Lyle spotted a gold Cadillac DeVille with Washington plates traveling northbound on I-205. The vehicle matched the description of the getaway car from a recent shooting scene, which was reported to be a gold or brown Cadillac. Upon identifying the suspect vehicle, Sergeant Lyle initiated a traffic stop, and the pursuit ensued as the driver failed to pull. Troopers managed to get close to the suspect vehicle as the pursuit continued. One trooper, seeing an opportunity, decided to take action and executed a pit maneuver. The maneuver successfully stopped the suspect vehicle, bringing the high-speed chase to an end. The suspect was then taken into custody without further incident.
District 1.
On June 20th, 2024, Milwaukee police officers attempted to stop a vehicle. The vehicle was connected to an armed robbery carjacking, as well as an attempted armed robbery carjacking. What started as a routine traffic stop soon spiraled into one of the most tragic police chases Milwaukee police officers had ever been involved in. Let's take a closer look at how this pursuit unfolded from the very beginning.
See that white Chevy Trax? Go ahead and patch us with the sheriffs and patch us with D5 right away, please. 3233 in pursuit of a white Chevy Trax. Opens to the car, continuing northbound. White van hit on the freeway. Notify the sheriffs. The occupancy. It's a white Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times. Wanted for an armed robbery out of District 1. Continuing northbound. Northbound on 43, crossing North Avenue. Speeds are 79. Traffic is moderate. Tracks taking an armed robbery carjacking out of District 1, occupied at least 4 times. Getting stuck in traffic. We're just south of the Locust exit here. Make sure we're patched with 5. Alright, we're exiting Locust here from, nope. Continuing, 43 northbound, passing Locust. White Chevy Trax, no plates, wanted for armed robbery carjacking out of District 1.
Despite the heavy traffic, the suspect managed to find a way to keep fleeing. During the pursuit, the suspect collided with another vehicle. One of the officers involved in the chase quickly stopped to check on the driver of the other car, thankfully confirming that they were not injured. However, the suspect wasn't slowing down, and the chase continued with even more intensity.
Quarter mile from Keith. White Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times, wanted for an armed robbery carjacking, District 1. Alright, continuing northbound, 43 north, passing Keith. White Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times, wanted for an armed robbery carjacking out of District 1. Speeds are 70. Traffic currently light. Road conditions are dry. Alright, continuing northbound, passing Keith.
As the suspect entered the construction lane, they found themselves blocked by ongoing roadwork and a cement truck.
Stop the vehicle!
An 18-year-old woman and a 17-year-old boy were seriously injured by gunshot wounds. Tragically, the woman was pregnant, and her baby did not survive. The 4 other suspects sustained minor injuries. Now facing serious charges, the suspects face long sentences if convicted. Calvion Jeans has been charged with multiple counts, including attempted armed robbery, reckless endangerment, and possession of a firearm by an adjudicated delinquent. He could be sentenced to up to 114 years in prison and fined up to $290,000. Ashley Patterson and Tyrone Rogers, both facing similar charges, could be sentenced to up to 60 years and fined up to $160,000. Samira Dean also faces several charges with the potential for a 72-year sentence and up to $180,000 in fines. On January 27, 2023, in Macomb, Illinois, a tense situation unfolded when a woman called 911 to report her abusive ex-boyfriend was following and harassing her. Responding to the call, a Macomb police officer quickly identified the blue Grand Prix tailing her U-Haul truck. As they entered a Casey's lot, the officer attempted a traffic stop. However, instead of complying, the suspect jumped a raised median, yelling at the officer to arrest her for warrants and leave him alone. Ignoring repeated commands to stop, he sped off onto Jackson Street.
We're at Columbia Jackson, what is next stop?
pursuit escalated as Macomb police eventually terminated the chase near the city limits, handing it over to McDonough County deputies. On rural roads, speeds soared beyond 100 miles per hour. The vehicle rolled over into a field, and the suspect, likely not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected yards from the wreck. The deputy immediately began life-saving efforts, detecting a weak pulse before calling for an air ambulance. Sadly, despite the efforts, the man succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by paramedics. Although the local state's attorney declined to press charges against the officers involved, the suspect's family filed a civil suit which remains ongoing. In the aftermath, the deputy was terminated from the sheriff's office in January 2024 and has filed his own lawsuit against the sheriff. On April 27, 2023, an FHP trooper was positioned on Interstate 95, actively monitoring traffic. The trooper was on the lookout for a black Harley-Davidson motorcycle, which had been reported without a license plate. The motorcycle had previously fled from law enforcement and been involved in reckless driving incidents on multiple occasions over the past month. As the pursuit escalated and more patrol cars joined the chase, the officers coordinated to box the motorcyclist in, recognizing that this was the safest and most effective option to bring the chase to an end. The troopers carefully positioned their vehicles to limit the motorcyclist's escape routes while maintaining a safe distance. But let's see how the troopers executed this high-stakes maneuver and whether they were able to successfully stop the fleeing rider. Though they missed an earlier chance, the troopers stayed focused and patiently waited for the right moment to safely end the chase. The motorcyclist was safely brought to a stop and arrested, ending the chase. He was taken into custody without further incident. The thefts were reported on August 31st, and by September 1st, detectives had tracked the stolen items to a recycling plant on Northwest Gainesville Road. There, they learned a woman named Nabafeld had twice visited the facility with vases. The vases were recovered, and when questioned, Nabafeld admitted to selling them for $50, though she claimed she didn't know they were stolen. Reflecting on the incident, she told a reporter, "It's not worth the $50, and I've learned my lesson." Meanwhile, deputies were on the lookout for a suspect named Marchesano, who was spotted driving in Ocala. When officers attempted to stop him, he kept driving, refusing to pull over.
Go.
All right, guys, we're 1031 northbound on Pine.
Yeah, we're ready to sign it. Steele, go ahead and hit it. Everyone, you gonna call it?
I got it. Coming across the bridge, crossing the tracks.
Lima 1265 has Jacksonville Road blocked, so nobody can pull out in front of them, but it's going to create some issues with traffic.
All right, guys, coming up on 20th Street here.
With the assistance of a helicopter overhead, the chase became even tougher for the suspect. Multiple patrol cars joined the pursuit on the ground, leaving the suspect with nowhere to hide and the pressure mounting by the second.
All right, guys, you got traffic coming. Be careful, be careful. All right, road's clear. Road is clear.
Toyota Tundra. Yep. 5916 tonight.
Road is clear.
I need another unit at the stage for stop.
All right, we got him pitted right here at the livestock pavilion. Pitted at the livestock pavilion.
26, pitted at the livestock.
As soon as the trooper closed in on the suspect and confirmed the road was clear, he executed a precise pit maneuver, bringing the pursuit to an end. Troopers quickly moved in to safely remove the suspect from the wrecked vehicle, arresting him on the spot. He was then taken into custody without further incident. 25 in Livingston County, Michigan, when deputies joined a pursuit already in progress after Fenton City PD located a stolen vehicle on US 23. What started as a simple traffic stop quickly turned into a dangerous chase through county roads.
Detroit City, do you have 6?
12,
12, go ahead.
We're ramping off southbound 59.
Clear, ramping off the 59, 4772, are you clear direct?
I'm 59 as the exit ramp.
Central 55, looks like we're going to be going westbound 59 from 23.
Clear westbound on 59 from 23.
Looks like it's going to oncoming traffic.
Clear going into oncoming traffic, 6 8, are you clear direct? Clear one around the 6.
One around the sticks. We're going to be...
The suspect exited at Highland Road, weaving through traffic and narrowly avoiding spike strips set up by deputies. Moments later, as he blew through a stop at the intersection, the very thing deputies were hoping wouldn't happen, did.
See if I can try to shoot a pit.
They're approaching Golf Club, initiating a pit, 1645.
All right, PI, we got to roll over.
Let me see your hands. No! No! I'm thrown now!
You alright? You're alright? Just you in the car? Is this you? Alright.
Both vehicles were disabled on impact. Deputies rushed in and took 42-year-old Jeremy Nelson into custody without further incident. The driver of the Silverado, a 66-year-old Howell man, was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Nelson, already on parole, was charged with fleeing and eluding police and receiving and concealing a stolen motor vehicle, held on a $100,000 bond. On February 14, 2022, while conducting a routine traffic stop, Trooper Cody Martin heard a pursuit coming in his direction. He quickly got back into his patrol car and joined the chase of a red Ford SUV. Trooper Cody Martin took over the pursuit as the primary unit. The suspect drove recklessly, even colliding with other vehicles, but continued as if nothing had happened. It's important to note that we do not support this kind of behavior. The only lesson to be learned from this clip is the consequences of reckless driving and the importance of making better choices. The trooper executed a single pit maneuver, bringing the pursuit to an end. The suspect was pulled from the truck, arrested, and taken into custody. On March 22, 2023, troopers were dispatched regarding a stolen pickup truck. After 15 minutes of searching, they located a vehicle matching the description. When troopers activated their emergency lights and sirens, the suspect fled, confirming they had found the right individual. A pursuit quickly ensued. Encountering heavy traffic, the suspect attempted to change lanes but veered off the road. Troopers initially believed the pursuit was coming to an end, but the suspect managed to regain control and continued fleeing, evading capture for the moment.
Pursuit. We're not disregarding the pursuit. Activation from a state unit. Email location, get 94. Bridgeport fireworks stand on the north side, running towards the track. Right now, West Memphis is hanging her. We got 2 more that ran north and they're heading over.
The suspect continued to flee on Bridgeport under I-55 before running off the roadway and across a field. Several West Memphis police officers, along with a trooper, pursued the vehicle through the field. The driver and front seat passenger exited the truck and attempted to flee on foot across the field. Officer Langston of the West Memphis Police Department apprehended the driver, identified as Christopher McPhee, and the front seat passenger, Rebecca McDonald. The back seat passenger, Brandy Jacko, was also apprehended by members of the West Memphis Police Department, bringing the pursuit to an end. The driver, Christopher McPhee, was charged with fleeing law enforcement, possession of stolen property, felony warrants with full extradition, possession of firearms by a convicted felon, possession of a stolen firearm, possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Okay, we'll be trying to make contact with that male. Somebody just got back in the car. How you doing, sir? Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Hey!
On October 6th, Cabot officers received an alert about a maroon Chevy Tahoe that had previously evaded them during a pursuit on September 30th. Despite their efforts at the time, the suspect managed to escape. Later that evening, a vehicle matching the description was spotted at a gas station. When a trooper approached the driver, the suspect suddenly accelerated and fled the scene, initiating yet another pursuit.
You're trying to pass the state's primary, Cabot, out of 13. Passing exit 1.
430 south.
Passing exit 4, coming up to exit 1, still southbound 430.
Keep in mind 430 south of 30 is shut down.
The suspect sped southbound from the exit 16 southbound on-ramp, reaching speeds in excess of 115 miles per hour. Driving recklessly and with no regard for public safety, the suspect narrowly avoided colliding with the rear of another southbound vehicle.
Just made a right turn onto like Highway 5, Fort Stagecoach.
Right turn on Highway 5.
South on 5, passing Flint Ridge.
South on Highway 5.
Remember, there's a good felony takedown on Rush vehicle. That's prison valve that them unit.
There are no phones connected. Connected phone will try again.
Alright, Jack, stay Coast Road, Cooper 2.
When the suspect's vehicle was finally brought to a stop, the driver immediately exited and attempted to flee on foot. The suspect was identified as Mallory Lawson, who had an active felony warrant out of Lone Oak County and a suspended driver's license. After being apprehended, officers discovered suspected marijuana in Lawson's pants pocket. Lawson was transported to the Cabot Police Department and now faces a lengthy list of charges, including aggravated assault, fleeing reckless driving, furnishing prohibited articles, leaving the scene of an accident, fictitious tags, driving while license suspended, and speeding. On April 11th, 2021, Trooper Tennant and Trooper Camarade were on patrol near University Ave. and McDaniel Sate when they saw 3 dirt bikes traveling west without helmets. The troopers activated their emergency lights, but the riders sped off, continuing west on University Ave. Trooper Tennant radioed that they were attempting to stop the bikes. The riders then swerved onto the wrong side of the road, onto the sidewalk, and turned onto Metropolitan Parkway. The troopers tried to stop them as they continued south on the sidewalk.
University of Metro 1. Metro.
Calp Radio 1080 northbound Metro.
Northbound Metro.
The biker decided to split ways, forcing 2 patrol cars to pursue each suspect separately.
Up to the stop sign, I got you.
What's on Malin? What's on Malin?
On the ground! Get on the ground! Get your head behind your back!
The biker was stopped quickly, and the other 2 riders were soon arrested as well. All 3 were taken into custody without further incident, bringing this brief pursuit to a close. 30th, 2023, what started as a suspiciously slow-moving Hyundai on I-30 quickly escalated into a full-on pursuit. Trooper Killian noticed the vehicle's erratic behavior, slowing down in the middle lane, switching lanes without passing, so he moved in. The moment he hit the lights, the driver hit the gas, and just like that, the chase was on.
Slow rolling.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Step out of the car! Step out of the car! Get on your face! Turn away from me! Get off the phone!
Jones surrendered quickly and told troopers he had a gun, marijuana, and that he was on the phone with his father during the entire chase. Troopers recovered a Beretta pistol, multiple baggies of marijuana, and a scale. Jones, a convicted felon, now faces a long list of charges, including felony fleeing, drug possession with intent to deliver, and simultaneous possession of drugs and a firearm. On April 15, 2023, the Florida Highway Patrol was contacted by an outside agency to assist with a traffic stop involving a vehicle suspected of trafficking in the Brevard area. An FHP trooper observed the black Hyundai passing their stationary position at 80 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. Using radar, the speed was confirmed. The trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver of the Hyundai refused to comply. Instead, the vehicle accelerated, driving recklessly through traffic, weaving between lanes, and at times utilizing the emergency shoulder to evade capture. Despite their efforts, two troopers attempted a tactical vehicle intervention, but each attempt was unsuccessful as the suspect skillfully evaded capture and continued the high-speed pursuit.
Here, just slow them down. Just slow them down, bro. Stay where you're at. Slow them down. They can't go anywhere. They're about to lose. Get him, get him.
The chase finally came to an end when one trooper successfully executed a tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect to spin out and crash into a guardrail. The suspect, identified as Adam Justin Crosby, was quickly arrested and taken into custody. He was transported to Brevard County Jail and charged with fleeing, reckless driving, driving with a suspended license, and the transportation of drug paraphernalia. On August 31st, 2024, LAPD officers initiated a pursuit of a Hollenbeck gang member. The suspect, driving a BMW, was armed, making this pursuit especially dangerous.
Correct. Stand by. Yeah, I got it. Clear left. Clear right. Good job, Terry. Clear left. Clear left. Stand by. Clear right. Going on the fly. Stand by. We got 4 hits in there. If you want to get more bodies, stand by.
As the suspect entered the highway, he weaved through traffic, making it difficult for officers to keep up. However, after a few minutes, they managed to get closer to the suspect's vehicle once again.
Northbound Mission Road from 101 approaching Chavez.
We're going to be overhead. We are going for tracking.
Clear.
Westbound Cedar Chavez.
They are good for tracking, partner.
Right. Approaching that.
Clear right.
Far right.
Clear right.
You did. Vehicle possibly PC, vehicle PC.
I see him on the far right. He crashed into the car, bro.
Right, he's right here. North of right there.
As the suspect fled at high speed, he crashed into another vehicle and came to a stop. The driver and 3 passengers were arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. On November 27th, 2024, Arkansas State Police were called to assist the Grant County Sheriff's Office in a high-speed pursuit. The suspect, driving a gray Dodge Challenger with black stripes, was speeding northbound on Interstate 530 near North Little Rock. Identified as Chico Halsey, the driver ignored commands to stop, made reckless lane changes, and dangerously increased his speed. trooper quickly closed the gap on the Dodge Challenger, positioning his patrol car close enough to potentially execute a pit maneuver and bring the dangerous chase to an end.
30 miles approaching the north interchange, speed 132. Mark traffic. CBI third side, CBI third side.
The trooper executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the Dodge Challenger to spin out and crash into a concrete wall, bringing the vehicle to a stop. The suspect was then swiftly arrested and taken into custody without further incident, effectively bringing the high-speed chase to a safe and successful conclusion. During a routine patrol, an Arkansas state trooper noticed a black SUV making some pretty reckless lane changes. A quick check on the license plate revealed the driver was behind the wheel with expired plates. When the trooper activated his lights and sirens, the SUV pulled into a gas station, but as soon as the trooper got out, the driver hit the gas and took off, igniting a high-speed pursuit. The suspect took off, speeding through the streets, blowing past multiple stop signs and weaving dangerously between cars. It was a reckless display that kept the trooper on high alert. Clearly believing in his own athletic skills more than his driving, the suspect jumped out of the SUV and took off on foot. One brave trooper quickly exited his patrol car and chased after him. As he closed the gap, the trooper deployed his taser, bringing the suspect to a halt. With the situation under control, he arrested the suspect without any further incident, effectively bringing the chase to an end.
Running. White male, I think, ran into the storage building, guys. He's trying to go through that fence. He's fixing to try to go through the fence.
Lufkin Police and the Angelina County Sheriff's Office, acting on reports that Leland Randolph, a convicted felon on parole, possessed a fully automatic rifle, stolen guns, and vehicles, tracked him to a storage facility. On Thursday afternoon, investigators spotted Randolph with two women transferring items into a black Chevrolet pickup truck. When officers entered the facility with an armored vehicle and SWAT team, due to Randolph's potential for being armed, the suspect spotted them through binoculars and fled, prompting a pursuit. "37-year-old Leland Randolph was brought to a stop after a pit maneuver. Refusing to surrender, Randolph leapt from his vehicle and attempted to flee on foot.
Get down!
Hold on.
Show your hands.
Get that left hand out.
I just didn't want to go to jail today.
Hey, dude, you put so many people in danger, though, man.
No.
Come on now.
This is my life.
I know, but
if I was taking your life away,
no. Everybody else's life.
Come on, man.
It's a lot more than just your life.
Leland Randolph was arrested and charged with the following: stolen vehicle warrant, possession of a fully automatic rifle, possession of multiple stolen guns, and possession of stolen vehicles. These charges stemmed from a joint investigation by Lufkin Police and the Angelina County Sheriff's Office. On September 14, 2022, in Savannah, Georgia, just after 1:25 in the afternoon, Georgia State Trooper spotted a white Ford Taurus on Veterans Parkway. The driver had one hand on the wheel and the other holding a cell phone. When the trooper tried to pull him over, the suspect hit the gas, crossing into oncoming lanes and dodging traffic head-on. As the suspect blew through a red light and slammed into an SUV, ricocheting off a guardrail before striking a third vehicle. When the trooper approached, the suspect wasn't moving. Inside his car, officers found a loaded Glock 45, nearly 2 pounds of marijuana, cash, and a digital scale. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. On June 7, 2022, Trooper Jerry Oglesby was on patrol when he observed a motorcyclist driving over the posted speed limit and maneuvering recklessly. Acting swiftly, Trooper Oglesby activated his emergency lights and sirens in an effort to pull the rider over and provide a simple warning to be more cautious. However, instead of complying, the motorcyclist decided to flee, escalating the situation and initiating a high-speed pursuit. We can clearly see Trooper Oglesby was determined to bring this dangerous pursuit to a swift conclusion, ultimately ramming the motorcyclist and bringing the chase to an end. While it was a bold and risky decision, the goal was achieved. Let us know in the comments if you think this was the right call. Fortunately, the motorcyclist was arrested and taken into custody without further incident or injuries, marking the conclusion of pursuit. On January 21, 2021, a trooper traveling east on SR 72 observed a black Toyota Camry fail to stop at a stop sign before turning onto SR 72. The trooper made a U-turn and followed the vehicle, noting it maneuvering between lanes. The trooper advised GSP Troop B communications and activated emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop.
Georgia 72 at James Holcomb Road. 72 at James Holcomb Road. Georgia 1028 Robert Boy. 1114 RRB 1114. Toyota. Athens, stand by. Athens, go ahead and show me 1080. Go ahead and line up for a pit. Athens, taking a left, Jack Sharp Road. Taking a left, Jack Sharp Road.
The trooper attempted to execute a pit maneuver but initially couldn't make contact with the vehicle. After the driver made another U-turn, the trooper caught up and successfully performed the pit maneuver. However, what happened next would leave everyone shocked.
Pit, Athens. Athens, we're rolling. See what he's gonna do. We're headed back towards Clark County again. Another pit. Show me your hands! I'll shoot you! You better show me your hands! Show me your hands! I'll shoot you! You better keep them hands up!
After the pit maneuver, the suspect's vehicle ended up in a ditch. Despite repeated commands from troopers to exit the vehicle, the suspect refused to comply. He then grabbed an AK-47 and opened fire at the troopers. The troopers returned fire and the suspect fled up an embankment. Troopers observed him wearing dark pants and a camouflage jacket as he disappeared into the woods. Additional law enforcement arrived on the scene and a perimeter was quickly established in the area where the suspect was last seen. A K-9 team was deployed to track the suspect through the woods. After an extensive search, the suspect, identified as Timothy Demond Caruth, was found lying face down in a ditch not far from the scene. He was taken into custody without further incident and transported back to the location of the shooting. Investigators with the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigative Division had been tracking a massive theft. A $98,000 theft Takeuchi skid steer stolen right off Highway 31. The trail didn't stop in DeSoto. Soon, Highlands and Hendry counties were issuing BOLOS for a black Dodge Ram suspected of hauling the stolen equipment. Deputies watched closely, and eventually that same truck was spotted right back in DeSoto County. On June 9, 2025, deputies moved in attempting to stop the truck. But the driver, later identified as Yam Pereira Nunez, had other plans. Instead of pulling over, Nunez hit the gas, sparking a high-speed chase down Highway 70. Investigators would later confirm the driver's background, a convicted felon behind the wheel of a stolen truck and driving on an expired license. With that, the Florida Highway Patrol joined the pursuit, working side by side with deputies to bring this dangerous chase to an end. After the primary trooper attempted a pit maneuver not once but twice, the stolen Dodge Ram somehow managed to stay on the road as both attempts failed, and for a moment. But his luck was running out. The suspect began to slow down, his reckless driving taking its toll. That's when a backup trooper closed the distance, moving into position.
He recovered back. It's going westbound on 731. 731. Hit it again, Zach. Don't do that again.
Once again, the suspect managed to recover, leaving troopers in an uncomfortable situation. Every failed pit attempt meant more time on the road, more danger to everyone around, but even when luck seems to be on the suspect's side, it rarely lasts forever. That last pit may not have stopped him, but it did leave its mark. Damage from the maneuver finally caught up with the truck, and soon one of the tires gave out. With rubber peeling off and sparks flying, the Dodge Ram was forced to slow down even more.
Signal 4, rolling TMS.
The suspect was later identified as 40-year-old Yam Pereira Nunez, a Cuban national with a long history of trouble. Court records show he was expected in Highlands County just last month, but he never appeared. That's because Pereira Nunez is currently in U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody at the Alligator Alcatraz detention facility. He now faces 2 charges in Highlands County: fleeing and eluding and resisting arrest without violence, on top of being a suspect in the high-profile theft of nearly $100,000 worth of construction equipment in Central Florida. On September 25, 24, at around 8 p.m., Trooper was notified that the Springdale Police Department was in pursuit of a motorcycle. As Trooper neared the location, it was clarified that the vehicle was actually a moped with speeds ranging from 10 to 20 miles per hour. The Springdale Police Department requested assistance from the Arkansas State Police, and upon arriving, Trooper became the primary unit in the pursuit. From the start, this chase was unlike any other, definitely not something you see every day. It's important to mention that we do not condone this kind of reckless behavior. Instead, we encourage you to learn from the mistakes made in this clip. Troopers successfully brought the moped to a stop, but the operator fled on foot for a short distance. He was quickly apprehended and taken into custody by Trooper Walker and Officer Jacob.